Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the analog killer is here. We're going to be spending the first half of this video just analysing the content. The new skin that he appears to be arriving with looks absolutely horrific based on the splash art for it, so I'm always happy to see the new stuff in terms of the art team and what they produce in this game. So, we're going to just go through it. I'm going to have a look at all the outfits, go through the perks, all that kind of thing, all the usual stuff. I do believe that is all that's announced. Yes, it is. And we will get in there. This is also the new era of DVD content where we do not provide criticism of any form because it's all perfectly made and it's a masterpiece. So, we're going to kick this off. I do immediately actually like this lobby screen, and it's going to be quite hard after I've just said that to determine what's truthful and what isn't in this particular instance, but I'm here to tell you genuinely I do like this lobby screen. I do believe this is the new map as well, or it's a reconstruction of it, because I remember from the PTB there was the theatre. So we are going to check the cosmetics first. I'm going to go into this immediately just by saying that from between now and the PTB, I can't actually remember much of what happens. I purposefully avoided anything else because my PTB experience was a bit less than savoury. I was placed consistently against sweaty Twitch squads, basically, so I just gave up after about 2 rounds and just decided we're going to play it on live servers. So, we are going to immediately buy the new killer. We're going to have a look at his perks. This is fucking beautiful. I'm going to spend 2 minutes just talking about this because I believe it is something that I want to address on camera, so we are going to purchase him so we can get a proper look at him before we look through these cosmetics, which do actually look quite nice based on the icons. This is what they should be putting into the game, ladies and gentlemen, because this is horror. This is actual horror. This thing is absolutely fucking disgusting and I love it to bits. This was one of the main things I enjoyed about this, the chapter and the reveal with the teaser video for the tent. This is prime horror. This is what you should be adding to your game. And I know I said I wouldn't go, the aggressive, but that's just me. As I say, it's literally a trait of me. I'm very assertive when I talk about things like this, but I want to just get it across that I love this. I love this killer, and I am going to, for a good couple of weeks, I do believe I am going to main him. Because I absolutely love this. If you haven't heard me the previous 3 times, this is absolutely beautiful. We're going to address the elephant in the room, something that I said quite early on, immediately after I said this. This killer is literally Dwight. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you need some context behind this, let me show you. We're just going to dip back to the lobby at the moment, just so I can actually show you what Dwight looks like, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go and lock him in his base outfit here. That's Dwight. That is Dwight, and that's all Dwight. So that's Dwight, okay? Get a good look, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Now we're going to go back. We're going to go back to the store. I don't want to click on any of the cosmetics yet because I want to do an actual reveal. Oh good, these are disabled. Yeah. Same pants, same shirt, same hairstyle. The only difference is he's slightly more blonde. It's Dwight from an alternate universe, fellas. Right, anyway, let's have a look at the cosmetics. We're going to go from the usual palette swaps up to the the new stuff. So we've got very nice variants on this. I've never seen a blue fire axe before in my life, but hey, this man's somehow found one. We're going to skip through these quite quickly because obviously they are just palette swaps. They're just stuff that you're probably never going to see. But it's nice to have variants at least. That's probably the only one you'd ever use out of these, probably because black is generally a favourable colour in terms of these. I am very cosmetically geared, by the way. I am a whale and I will buy things I like. So out of these brown ones, this is probably the one I'm most likely to buy out of all of them because it does look quite nice. The fire axe looks quite nice on that. The black sort of... it's quite reminiscent of the Pyro's axe extinguisher, actually, from Team Fortress, that. The sort of grey head. Yeah, that's a bit too clashing for me personally, but look at this. Delightful animations. Again, that's me being honest. I might have to reference that a little bit because, you know, it's the new era of DVD content where we don't provide criticism anymore because we bury our heads in the sand on this channel now. But yeah, as I say, this animation quality is always delightful to see. It's just a shame that it doesn't translate into the gameplay itself, and that is something that I might touch on later, or if we play against him as Survivor, because I do believe his animations in game are very bad. And I know I said I wouldn't say anything about that, but it has to be said. Killer animation quality when it's in game, not in the lobby, or Mori animations, is consistently terrible. In terms of the actual, you know, how they move and things. But anyway, moving on, these are the more creative palette swaps. So obviously this is quite lumberjacky, I suppose. The axe doesn't really make any sense in terms of the actual cosmetics, but the shirt and the pants, but okay. Yeah, that exists. The axe on that one is very nice. Might use that for another one. It's very simply coloured, which is always a nice thing for me, at least. The shirt is not very nice, and the pants aren't really, but you know, that animation's beautiful. And the last one, we've got camo pants, which these pants may go very well with the shirt on this one, maybe, probably. So that's the difference there. I'm going to say something about the fire axe here, because I've noticed that it's got a flame decal on it. Please do not do this with your cosmetics. I don't want this game to turn into any more of Apex Legends or fucking Fortnite with, you know, this shit. There is no reason why this creature would have an axe with flame decals on it. I know I sound boring, and I know it may sound a bit of criticism, but seriously, there is no axe like this in actual existence by genuine means. I would predict. You're not going to walk into an office building or wherever this man picked up this axe and find that it's got flame decals on it. So yeah, nonsensical axe. And now we move up to the actual new stuff, which appears to be cheerleaders, which is very disgusting. Oh my god. Good fucking lord. That is horrific. Do more of this, please. Jesus Christ, that is horrendous. Look at the face. Oh, that is nasty. Very, very, very pleased with this. Very indeed. I might actually buy this. That is disgusting, mate. He's got a palette swap as well, a pink one. Ooh, that's not very nice at all. That is actual nightmare fuel. I just wish they'd do more killers like this. Very nice indeed. And then we get the brown one, which is also a female skin. Okay, so he's only got one male variant at the moment. Again, that face is absolutely horrific. As is the rest of it. It's obviously like an old woman. I'm still not sure of whether this killer takes on the forms completely of who it kills, or what. Or if it's like some kind of infection. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here that obviously that animation where she slams it into the ground is not how shears would work, but, you know, in this particular instance I'm not going to go into it too much. That is very, very horrific. Usually when I do these videos I do buy one of these on camera, but I think I'm going to buy the old lady one because all of these I will buy eventually. As I say, I'm a bit of a whale when it comes to this. We're not going to equip it just yet. I will do the first video is just, you know, just the killer himself. We're going to look at the Survivor now. If there's one thing I do remember from the PTB, ladies and gentlemen, as somebody who is a goth girl appreciator, I am weak at the knees whenever I see a woman of this space, you know, in the real world. She has lived in my head rent-free since the PTB, so we're instantly buying her, even though I don't play as Survivor, but you know. Yeah, we are going to look at her perks. We're going to go through the catalogue as well. But this is how she looks. This is the new Survivor, Sable Ward. I'm noticing very diverse cosmetics immediately here, which is very nice. She's releasing with 2 purple cosmetics. This is exactly the sort of reality I was predicting we'd be in with this, because I do believe that Sable is very clearly going to be Feng 2.0. This girl is incredibly desirable, I should imagine, across many forms of the community. But even in a base cosmetic, I think she's very nice. Just perfect, quite honestly, in every way, shape and form. We'll go, same as the killer, we'll go through the... Dear Lord, okay. We'll go through the cosmetics. I believe that's... Is that... No, it's the colour of a corset, that, innit? I thought it was like a skin mesh kind of thing. I don't think it is, anyway. Need to be a bit careful there, behaviour, because you're getting into the realms of being attacked by all the feminists and people who don't like attractive women these days. Jesus. Well, yeah, very nice indeed. That's very nice. I do think this one's quite good. It is the black... Oh no, that might be the black one, actually. Which one's this? Shimmer and Lace. Yeah, very nice indeed. That one feels very close to the original cosmetic, gotta say. We're getting to TCM levels here, where it's, you know, barely different from the you know, the base one, but sure. Also very nice. Does clash a bit with the hair, that one. Maybe a different hairstyle is probably better on that with for this one. Then we get to the yellows. This one's actually more of a jumper style one. Still very nice. I do like the leggings, gotta say. Quite circus-esque. As a clown off main, you know, I do like the circus style things with the pointed, the sharp pointed accents, you know, whatever you want to call them. That's quite nice. Do like that one as well. Does match her character quite a bit, that as well. The purple. Very nice indeed. There's a lot to mix and match here as well, which is what I do like. This one's very clashing. I like the leggings, the torn leggings on that one. Quite nice. I do like that each of these have a different style of leggings as well. Very beautiful. Then we get up to the greens, which is... the polygons are very nice, I will say that, as we turn around. The hairstyle is a bit of an acquired taste, I will say. I'm never really a fan of like short hair styles, really, and there's a lot of them for the women in this game, but some of it's nice. I do like the shirt for this one, though. I like the sort of fishnet sleeves that are extending down to the elbows, that kind of thing. Spiked bracelets are also very nice. Yeah, we get the palette swap of that as well. We get a brighter one. It's a bit more of a white style. This version of the hairstyle might be more usable because it's got the pinkish effect to it, so I might be able to get something out of that, I believe. Very nice greens. Then we get 2 purples, which, before I click on this, this reminds me very much of Bunny Feng. And it's based on the Leather Hellion name, it's more of a Demoness style. But that is very nice, actually. The leather jacket and everything, that's really nice. I love them fucking boots, mate, and the leggings. Boots that become leggings, kind of thing. Or thigh highs, I should say. Very nice indeed. That'll also have very high synergy with a lot of future cosmetics as well. Very beautiful indeed. And we have a red variant. It's a bit more vibrant. Do appreciate the tiger stripes in red on the boots as well. Fucking delightful, fellas. Very pleased already. So we will go through the perks for, you know, the killer. I'll have to back out of this now because it won't show me otherwise. What I think of them in my new era of content, you know. I've only got 32,000 blood points to my name, so the first game's going to be hilarious. But we shall, you know, assess this we peaked. We got his best intro line in my introduction video for this chapter. Holy shit, nice. I love that I will not be denied. My happiness is the direct reference to this man being something equivalent to the actual entity itself, or on the power level of the entity, as being an unknown creature of unknown origin, which is actually, based on his lore, is very similar to how demons work in League of Legends, where the more people that believe in them, the more stronger they are, and the more likelihood of them being created it is, that kind of thing, you know, because the more people believe in this guy, apparently, according to the lore, the more power he has over him, and the more, you know, the more chance he's going to actually physically manifest and attack him, that kind of thing, based on what I've read anyway. So, we will look at the perks initially. I can't remember any of this, to be honest, from the first video. So, all I do remember is I did mispronounce the power the last time I said it. I tried to say it as literally Uvix, when it's just UVX. So, the power, ladies and gentlemen, as we will read in its full uniform fashion, is: some believed a specimen was recovered by the military for their experiments. The code name Unknown Venom X. Press the power button to charge UVX. Once ready, press the attack button to launch UVX, a bouncing projectile which creates a blast area upon impact. Survivors become hindered if touched by UVX while airborne. I'm going to stop right here because I did read yesterday, or somebody in my comment sections, actually, it was, yeah, somebody in my comment section, can't remember your name, forgive me, said that they did actually buff this killer between now and the PTB. I can't speak for what was buffed because I didn't read the patch notes or anything. I like to go into these things blind. So, yeah, he's been buffed anyway. Survivors touching the blast area become weakened. Weakened survivors lose health states if touched by blast areas. Survivors lose weakened by successfully staring down the unknown. Special ability is hallucinations. The unknown will intermittently create up to 4 hallucinations. Hallucinations cannot be created while charging UVX, performing interactions, or in proximity to map objects like hooks. Whenever survivors are touched by blast areas or otherwise become weakened, the next hallucination spawn time decreases by 10 seconds. So this prioritises using your power, which is decent design. It is, you know, you are incentivized to use your power, because I believe hallucinations, yeah, as I've just read the next line, the unknown can teleport to hallucinations. They are your method of traversal as this killer. So you're going to be wanting hallucinations literally everywhere, because it means you've got very strong map presence. So the unknown can teleport to hallucinations, leaving behind a temporary decoy. Survivors can remove hallucinations from the trial with the dispel ability, because otherwise it would be unfair. I'm being positive. Weakened survivors take longer to dispel. If dispel is not completed, survivors become weakened and trigger killer instinct. So interrupting survivors from doing that will give them a brief period of the sort of heartbeat buzzy effect that shows you vaguely where they are. Request for analysis redacted, incident redacted, awaiting approval. Excerpt from leaked OSS report, which is his Iriadon, if I remember very correctly. I do believe it is. I cannot remember, as I say, I barely remember anything. I don't know if it was one of his Iris, I'm not sure. So, onto the perks. First of all, we have Unbound. Pain lingers in the air, an alluring aroma that excites the impulses. This perk activates for 30 seconds after a survivor becomes injured by any means. After vaulting a window, you gain 5% haste for 10 seconds. This effect cannot stack with itself. I heard it running. It was getting closer. Anonymous testimony. The 9th of... I can't remember quickly what month that is. The 9th month. It fucking throws me off. 1979 anyway. Right. Initial thoughts. This is a worse version of Superior Anatomy. Superior Anatomy is a perk that triggers when the survivor vaults within your immediate location, I believe. And it increases your vault speed for the next vault that you do. This one is after vaulting a window, you gain 5% haste for 10 seconds. It achieves, from what I can picture in my head, as I say, I've not played the game yet, it achieves more or less the same thing as Superior Anatomy, but it's in a different flavour. because you get 5% haste for 10 seconds. 10 seconds is not a massive amount of time in terms of gameplay, but it will allow you to pressure them, provided there isn't another loop that they can get to within that time. And if this is used around Shack, I do believe if you run the short way, the side towards the God pallet, it will force the pallet, because otherwise they probably will get hit. But thinking about it, this doesn't increase vault speed, so you still have to vault the window, and vaulting is slower for killers. So yeah, it might force Shack pallet, I'm not sure. I'd have to see what it's like in game. We'll go into the next one. So this is Unforeseen. Terror takes many forms and whispers devastating lies in its victims' ears. When you perform the break action on the generator, your terror radius transfers to the generator for 30 seconds, and its radius set to 32 meters. You gain undetectable for that duration, then this perk goes on cooldown for 30 seconds. I'm supposed to be being positive here, ladies and gentlemen, but this is a point I do want to raise, because there are certain instances I can't shy away from saying. This is recycled content. This is Trail of Torment. It is Trail of Torment. The only difference that you get from this is that you put the terror radius on the generator, rather than the terror radius just vanishing completely. But other than that, this is Trail of Torment. So that's recycled content, which is shit, as far as I'm concerned. So it exists, basically. That's all I'll say. We're not providing criticism anymore because people can't handle it. So there you go. Mum, if you find this, I'm sorry. Final journal entry in 1991. The 7th of December. I know what the 12th month is. There you go. Undone. All of these perks start with un, by the way, because it's the unknown. Hope is the delusion that keeps its victims alive, as it does, because hope is a very fun and engaging perk. When a survivor misses a healing or repair skill check, gain 3 tokens up to 30. When you perform the break action on a generator, if you have any tokens, consume all of them. For each token consumed, the generator loses 1% total progress and then becomes blocked for 1 second, or, you know, however many tokens you have. Then once the generator is unblocked, it starts regressing. This perk goes on a cooldown for 60 seconds. Erratic behaviour in machinery could be related to redacted. Further testing required. OSS reports the 12th of February, 1943. 1943, okay. So this thing has existed through time. I'm not sure what to think about this one, because part of me thinks it might actually be decent, but part of me thinks it might not be decent. This perk's value entirely hinges on what survivors you're against. Because it's very easy to not miss skill checks. Like, that's just, we can universally agree upon that, you know. Even though I'm not supposed to be saying things that are harmful towards survivors anymore, you know, that kind of thing. We're supposed to be burying our heads in the sand, as I say. So skill checks are just very easy to hit universally, and the only way you actually get any value out of this is if, you know, people miss skill checks. Otherwise it's just a 1% total progress. In fact, it's not anything. It doesn't work unless anybody misses a skill check, and it has a 60 second cooldown as well. I'm assuming during that 60 seconds you could still gain tokens, you just can't use it. I hope that's the way that works anyway, because if it doesn't work that way, if you just don't get tokens during that 60 seconds, this is very bad. But again, we'll see, you know. We'll do a quick little look at the survivor perks. As I say, we'll go through all of this systematically, uniformly, and, you know, professionally. We will look at Sable's perks. So the first one is Invocation. This is a new mechanic they've introduced with this chapter. It's Weaving Spiders. The place where fear festers and terror treads is also where those with the gift can reach across the veil. When in the basement near the circle, press the ability button 1 to begin the invocation. The circle. Interesting, I don't remember seeing any circles in the basement, but okay. Invocations take 120 seconds. Wow, that's a long time in terms of the game. Other survivors will see your aura during this and can join the ongoing interaction. Okay, so they don't have to actually have the perk, it's just somebody needs to have it. Increasing speed by 50% each. If they have the invocation perk equipped, they increase it by 100% instead. Okay. Once the invocation is completed, you become injured and gain the broken status effect for the rest of the trial. Christ, okay. Reduce the maximum required generator charges of all remaining generators by 10. Completing the invocation disables that perk for all survivors. Right. I call upon the spirits of the night to aid us in our desperate flight. Nice little rhyme there. Right. It's fine. We're gonna swallow it. We're gonna This is very hard, this, to stay positive here, because this is it's a global brand new part. That's what it is on all generators. So this perk on coordinated teams, I think, actually makes brand new parts obsolete. I mean, it does take 120 seconds, so that's quite a lot of time, but it's reducing every single generator that's left by 10 charges, and usually this is probably going to be used at the start of the game. So it's going to be every generator basically, if they get it off. So checking the basement at the start of games is probably going to be mandatory now. But this is ridiculous. I genuinely... it's so hard to do this without being slightly negative, because the survivors who watch my videos can't handle it. I'm going to say this. I do believe this perk is problematic. Ooh.
I think I know what's going to happen next.
She speaks. Our lovely lady is speaking to us. Anyway, I do believe this perk is problematic, and I do believe it shouldn't exist. I do believe it's bad for the game itself, for game health. Only on the basis, though, that 120 seconds in-game is not an incredibly long amount of time, given that killers are going to be searching, and in most cases I do believe killers are not really going to check the basement, so they're going to be looping around the map wondering where everybody is during this time, this 120 seconds, and that's when this 120 seconds isn't a long time, if you know what I mean. But this is basically, I mean, it's not even 120 seconds because it's 50% for each survivor. So what's that? That's 50%. 120 seconds it takes one survivor to do this. So another survivor joins, that's 50%. That's... No, it doesn't work like that, does it? Because I was going to say that's going to be 60 seconds off it, but it's not, because it's 50% of the speed, not the actual time itself. But it can still be sped up, so it's not really ever going to be 120 seconds, not on a coordinated team anyway, for something that applies a global brand new part across every generator. Right, we're going to move on. I'm not going to say anything positive about it, we're going to stay quiet. Strength in the Shadows. A chance for renewed power down where danger calls home. When in the basement, this perk activates. Unlock the Strength in Shadows ability, which allows you to heal without a medkit at 70% normal healing speed. When you finish a heal in the basement, you see the killer's aura for 10 seconds. So it's a better but basement-based self-care. It's got its uses. If you need to know where the killer is, you can dip into the basement, get a faster heal, and then just see where he is for 10 seconds, I suppose. I'm getting out of here if that's the last thing I do. Yeah. I think that's too bad, to be honest. Wicked. They can try to hurt you, but you're not going down so easily. Why do I think this is going to be an endurance second chance perk? Your self-unhook attempts in the basement always succeed. When you are unhooked or unhook yourself, you see the killer's aura for 20 seconds. Your self-unhook attempts in the basement always succeed. When you are unhooked or unhook yourself, you see the killer's aura for 20 seconds. I haven't let anyone get in my way before. You think I'm going to start now? Again, we're biting it back. We're biting it back. Because again, I've got a problem with this. Because this can be, it's not, initially I thought, right, we just don't hook Sable in the basement anymore, but this can be used across every survivor. So, there is now a potential in the game, ladies and gentlemen, where hooking in the basement is a free deliverance without the prerequisite of having, you know, unhooking somebody. So, there is actually a chance now in the wilderness of the game, the world of the game, you know, just the game itself, where you will hook survivors in the basement, but they can unhook themselves for free. Because they could have this perk. I mean, it's very situational, obviously, because if they don't hook you in the basement, this perk's useless. But then, the basement is supposed to be this place where the killer can put a survivor to get very large amounts of pressure. But this perk kind of destroys that. With its potential of existence. Because I think smarter killers, or, well, not most killers I suppose, just killers who are aware of this, are probably never going to hook people in the basement anymore now. To, you know, run the, not run the risk, I should say, of having them unhook themselves for free. I don't know. I see two problematic perks potentially, but we'll see, you know. We won't say any more on the matter, shall we? Right, anyway, let's get into the first round. We are going to play as the killer. God knows how long the queue's going to be, but obviously you won't have to sit through that. So, I'm going to feed these 32,000 points into him. We're not going to get very far with him, but yeah, I will see you for the round. Again, in the new era of DVD content, we ain't going to criticise, we ain't going to say nothing. So I'll see you there. Right, the first game goes to Family Residence. Let's see how this works. I'm noticing he's very slow immediately off the bat. These lovely people have burned party streamers though. So, right, okay, I have to click. It's not a release. Okay. Wait there. Do you get that? That felt like it wasn't going to hit there for a sec. That's pretty damn powerful, actually, thinking about it. There we go, we do get her. So that seems to be pretty damn good. I've got one perk to my name, so... Brutal strength. There's a loop here like this where I don't know what I'm going to have to do, so... She's still here? I don't know where she went. Can't hear her. There you go. Ooh. Let's give this a open out. That feels very crisp. Jesus, that's quick. Okay. Very nice indeed. If I could find somebody, that would be nice. Come on, fellas. It's release day. That one. I love his voice. Is there no indication as to when that comes back? Right now, apparently. Did I get that? He's got purple on him. He's not infected. Okay, that... Need my ability here. I think there's probably something I can do there. Just gonna say that was a flashbang. That's a tree, mate. This one I don't think there's any way to get. We are back here though. I think I need to like aim it right at the floor. Why can't I pick him up? There we go. Oh, that animation's a little bit scuffed. Oh my god, the hallucinations speak to you. I guess I need to be patrolling gens better, by the way, because we've lost 3 gens on release day. How far does this go? Feels like it could have hit that, actually, thinking about it. Because it was actually outside the window. I want to try and go for the save here. If I can get 2 in 1 blast, that'd be quite cool. Doesn't have a great range on it. Yeah, we're gen rushing. Sorry, we're not gen rushing. I need to defend gens better whilst taking chases. Wow, that hits okay. There we go, that's quite good. We get a basement, that's quite nice. That is potentially very strong pressure-wise, I've got to say. Does appear to have a very long cooldown though. Nobody on that, that's fine. We'll keep one of them over here. So we'll try and aim for 1 kill, I suppose, on the first video. I don't know what this does. Okay. Oh, she's got off the record. Oh no, she hasn't. Yes, then maybe. No? Okay then. We'll get 1 kill. I'm not running gen defense, so that's the reason there. DC'd at the end for no reason, just lose all your points. Very strange behaviour. Ooh, okay. That does hit. Massive distance. Was that balanced? Ah, this gate's going to be done anyway before I can get over here. Get the injure. Yeah. I guess I should have moved faster to defend this gate. She left. I say probably not bad for 1 perk, considering I didn't save up for this killer, unfortunately. I need to try and like get the physics down of this. It's got quite a decent range on it though. Yeah, I'm going against full build players. with uncountable things. Sorry, I'm not allowed to say that though. This was actually the person who burned party streamers, so thank you to those. But yeah, as I say, add-ons wise, I don't know. I'll have to do a bit more research, but sure. There's the first round. Dwight 12 hours after his shift. You see, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one, you see. It is definitely Dwight, I've got to say. But yeah, there you go. Hope you've enjoyed the first round. As I say, this is more any way to deal with, you know, getting the content review and that kind of thing out. So we'll move on to the next game with a bit more points and things, and we'll have we'll slowly build up, you know. So hope you've enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you for the next one. Bye.